Thank you for fitting me in after prom dress shopping.
Oh, no problem.
That was nice. Saw you found the right one. How long did you actually spend at that store?
Maybe an hour and a half. Wasn't bad.
That's better than what my ex-girlfriend did in high school. She was at prom dress shopping. She went to 5 different stores in the DC area, and it took her like 2 weeks. And
oh my
she
gosh!
Spent 3 hours.
Well, I had teammates there to help me decide, so I mean that was easy.
There you go. And I ended up not going to prom anyway because we broke up right before prom.
Oh, that's awkward.
It was awkward. So I went on a basketball. I went on a trip with the AAU team I was working for.
I mean, hey, ball is life, so it's okay.
That's right. I was one of the first things that I talk about, with a lot of people. I was talking about it with Ed Rashin yesterday. Was, you are a big-time basketball player here in Altamont, probably the most recognizable out of anybody. But you're still a kid. You're still a junior in high school.
Yeah.
You want to go prom dress shopping. You want to enjoy your boyfriend and everything like that. How do you balance those two things from being the star to just wanting to be a kid?
I mean, it's pretty easy when you love both. Like, when you love the game, it doesn't feel like a job, kind of. So, I mean, like, I'll go and shoot, like, on my off time, or I'll hang out with my friends, or I'll go prom dress shopping even. But, like, I don't know, basketball's fun. So, like, I don't see it as, it's a priority for me, too, as, like, especially during the season, during the summer. Like, I do miss a lot of things to play ball during the summer, but I know it's going to help me out in the long run. So, I mean, I'm excited for it. So, it's not that hard to balance all of it out.
Yeah. How often do you encounter where, maybe you can't go out and do some activity because you want to come in here and get extra shots up? Does that put any strain on your friendships? How often do you encounter that?
Sometimes they come with me. So I mean, no, not really, because they understand. Like, I mean, I don't, like, if I want to go hang out with them, I'll hang out with them because I have, like, practices after school that I can do. But I mean, no, it doesn't put any strain on any friendships, I don't think.
What about, I'm sure it helps that your boyfriend plays basketball as well.
Yeah, I guess.
How often do you guys come in here and shoot together or anything like that?
I mean, he has a basketball gym in his garage, so, like, we play one-on-one all the time. We play horse all the time.
How often do you beat him?
I'm not going to say that.
Oh, you have to beat him in horse. I don't know about one-on-one.
Yeah, horse, but it's pretty close every time.
Strikes me as surprising.
No, he does good.
Very good. So, how did you get started in basketball? Everybody, it's a pretty general, generic question, but you've developed this talent for having maybe the best jump shot of any high school player in the state. How did that develop?
Well, like, I started playing, I guess Mom told me whenever I was 3 years old, they got me my first little basketball goal. Like, it was those plastic ones, and it was little basketball. She said I would just play with it all the time. And I started playing ball at the Parsons Rec Center when I was in 2nd grade. And from then on, 3rd grade until now, I would play up a year or something like that. I don't know. I've just loved to shoot ever since I was 2nd grade, and I just practice it a lot. So
it was just fun to you, I imagine.
Yeah, I like it.
When did it start to dawn on you that you might be really good at shooting that little basketball and putting it in the hole?
Well, whenever people told me I was, I don't know. I just didn't really, I just loved it, so I just didn't really say, oh, I'm good or anything like that. But
you does it even occur to you now how much of an edge you have on most of the talent you'll face throughout the regular season?
Not really. I don't know. I just play. That's what I do, pretty much.
One thing, this was a couple of years ago, I heard this. I was talking to Chris Brown, the athletic trainer here, and he asked, and I was talking to him about you when you were a freshman, and he said he asked you once what you feel when you shoot the ball, and he said your answer was that it's going to go in. Where do you get that type of confidence?
You kind of have to have that confidence or it's not going to go in. That's, like, my thing. Like, I'm my worst enemy, so, like, whenever it doesn't go in a few times, I get a little down on myself, and Snyder has to tell me to stop being down on myself, so that helps a lot. But I don't know, I just do it. That's what I'm known for. So
Shoot, right?
Yeah. My traveling team coach, Joe Erskine, he always told me, he said, what do you do when you miss 11 in a row? He said, shoot your 12th, is what he told me.
There you go.
So, I was raised to just keep shooting, so I just do it.
last night was Friday, and I watched you score 35 against Basil Linwood. You had 43 against Paola. Two games before that.
One game. It was Paola. It was just we played in Burlington. Oh no, Tuesday.
You played
Coffeyville.
Yeah. Obviously you're playing pretty well over this stretch of games. When you're hot like this over a stretch of 3, 4, 5, 6 games, is there something? How do you feel over that 2 to 3 week period? Do you just?
It regains my confidence. After the Pitt game, I really needed a game like Paola. Like, I really needed it. That's the first time I've ever not been confident when I play a basketball game was against them.
I think I didn't talk to you directly after that Pitt game, which, I'll sit here and be honest with you, it got out of hand early. And, I think the closest you got in the second half was 17, and you had to fight and claw your way to 17, and that was it. I saw you walking out after the game, and you seemed really down. And I thought that was a contrast to how I saw you after Wellington after the state tournament last year when you lost on that buzzer beater. I interviewed you, and you seemed more upbeat. I think you seemed more optimistic about the future. I know it's apples to oranges. You're comparing different things there, but you seemed more down after Pitt than you did after a season ending. After a half-court buzzer beater ended your season.
Yeah.
Why do you think that was?
Well, I don't know. This isn't really an excuse, but just their student section was absolutely horrible to me. I don't really want to go into detail, but just throughout the whole game, it was just awful. I've never felt that horrible before.
Do you felt like you got how clearly it got in your head? Why did it?
Because I was already doing pretty bad. So that just piled on top. I'd never ever listened to Stams ever before in my life, but since I was already doing kind of bad. It was just really. It piled on top. So
I didn't know that had gotten to you. I had heard some chants. I'm sure when you were, I was on the other side of the court. I'm sure when you were right in front of them, they were a little more quiet but direct with you about it. Who'd you talk to after that? Had to try and, shake that slump.
Snyder.
What'd she say?
She told me that I can't listen to them. They're just not really jealous. That's not the word, but they're just, they're not the ones out there playing, and they're not the ones out there busting their butt every day after school for practice. So everybody has bad games. I am normal. I can't play good all the time. So that's what she told me. So it really helped.
I think one of the when I was working at K-State for the men's basketball team, the one thing Coach Weber said, one of his first practices we ever had when he got the job. Was the very best players will show up and give their very best and have their very best 19 out of 20 days.
Yeah.
Nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to have an off day. Was that just your off day
that was night? Definitely probably our whole team's off day. We just weren't clicking for some reason, but we got to have one of those. It was a really good learning experience, I thought.
So you guys have responded pretty well since that game.
Yeah.
And, a lot of times a team loses a game like that, it's going to take maybe a couple weeks. It'll take another bad outing at Burlington for you guys to finally figure out what's wrong. Well, you guys have started clicking right away. What changes did you make? We
didn't really, we put a new offense in, but it's not really that we changed. It's that our attitudes changed. The want to not get beaten like that again, was probably the biggest aspect. We were better than what we put out against them. So, we wanted to prove that to everybody, so.
Excited to play him here later this year? Is that the date you're looking most forward to this year?
Yes, for sure.
What date is it? I honestly don't know.
I have no idea, actually. I really don't.
Just waiting for it to come.
I'm just waiting for it.
There you go.
Pretty much.
I'm sure a lot of people asked you about that game.
Oh, yeah.
What happened at Pitt? And everybody, I'm sure it's nice when you have a good game, I'm sure, but it's also annoying, I'm sure, at times, everybody and their mother telling you, hey, good game.
When I didn't have a good game.
Yeah.
It drives you crazy.
But I'm sure against Pitt, everybody was asking, what happened?
Yeah.
I'm sure that felt even worse. How do you handle that type of community pressure?
I tell them that I'm human and that I can't have a good game all the time. That's pretty much my response all the time. I'm not rude or anything because I have a good attitude about it, but that's about it.
We talked about this a little before, but I tell people all the time, you're a rock star here in this community. Nobody interrupts me more during post-game interviews than when I'm talking to you. I've had a little girl come up to me and tell me that she wishes she could shoot the ball like
That's
you.
so cool.
Why?
Because I've worked like really hard for all of this, and like people say you're a good shooter, like I didn't want to be just known for that, so I worked on everything else. And like I like when people tell me I'm more than just basketball, and like little girls like that, I feel like I'm a good role model for them when they tell me that. So it just makes me feel really good, like about myself, because it gives me more confidence, kind of.
It's a rare type of feeling in small town Kansas. I'm sure
I know,
for one person to be that looked upon and that looked up to, as young as you are. Does it ever lay in bed and just kind of and think about all that? Does it ever?
I mean, when I lay in bed, I mostly just go to sleep because I'm really tired. But I mean, when people tell me that, like Mr. Wiley is one of our ag teachers, like he tells me like his kids are at home, like telling him how much they look up to me and how much they want to be like me and take pictures with me, and like that means so much to me, more than scoring 43 points. Like, and I'm 100% honest about that, because like that shows like that I'm making a difference, like in people.
Do you ever feel like you have to hold yourself to a higher standard? I mean, you can't if you get suspended in school for something dumb. I've been suspended in high school, and I'm not a bad person at all. But if you get suspended or get detention or something like that, everybody's going to know it. And their parents may go back to their kids and say, you know, that little basketball player you adore so much, well, she may not be the best role model. Do you ever feel that? Does that pressure ever get to you? Do you feel yourself holding yourself to a higher standard?
I mean, no, because I don't really do anything to get me in trouble. Like, I've never been to one party. I've never gotten below a B, like below an A on my grade report. Like, I don't do things to make me get in trouble. So, I mean, it's not that hard.
Oh, the people I couldn't stand the most at K-State, in terms of the players, were the ones that went out to Aggieville, the bar district, the night after a loss.
Oh.
Called them two-time. A lot of the coaches, the term for them is two-time losers.
Wow. That's a good term, though. That's a good.
I mean, I just
name.
couldn't stand it.
No,
I mean,
I wouldn't either.
How do you go out to a bar and try to enjoy life
exactly
after you lost? But I'm sure people that may be watching this, or people that just come to the games as casual fans, they don't recognize how much it controls your emotions of your everyday life.
Of how much basketball does?
Yes.
Yeah, it does. Like.
That's what makes you happy, though.
It makes me really happy. I mean.
So it's okay to let it make you really sad and really depressed.
Yeah, I mean, I can't be happy all the time, right?
Exactly.
I mean, it happens.
What is the happiest you've been after or during a game? What moment in this sport has made you the happiest?
Like ever?
Ever. It doesn't have to be during a specific game. It can be something that was a direct byproduct of basketball.
Well, like state last year, not even during the games of basketball. The off time of when our team was at Erica's house watching scary movies Friday nights before state, or we would go to Buffalo Wild Wings as a team. We would just have like, before sub-state, our managers made us like a huge dinner, and we all spent the whole entire day together. And like last year was so much fun, and this year's a lot of fun. But I just remember specifically last season, our team was so close, like extremely close, and that's what made it fun, made the whole game fun. So I mean, it was a blast.
I'm sure when you guys were there in Salina, you know, going to the K-State Rec Center, they have a nice court there.
Very.
You know, Brown Mackey Community College plays their home games there.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's weird.
That is super weird.
I mean, any JUCO coach I talk to, the only team that's used to it is Brown Mackey because it's their home court. But there's no crowd. You got people lifting over there. It's just a weird atmosphere, and teams have trouble dealing with it.
Exactly.
Even if there's a small crowd, even if it's a small visiting crowd, you need something there.
Exactly.
But it's not there.
That's super weird.
But I mean, it was still a nice court you guys were playing at. It was that whole 3-4 day period was all basketball.
Oh yeah. Team bonding. It was just so much fun. I can't even explain it.
Yeah. I mean, none of the outside pressure. I mean, not that school's not important or anything like that.
No. But it was just team basketball and fun. So I mean, it was a blast. Like, I will never forget that year.
That win over McPherson was a pretty good game.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Feel nice to beat your AAU teammate?
I don't know. She's a good player. I mean, it's fun playing against her, and hopefully, if our traveling teams are merging this year and we'll play together. Yeah. That'd be pretty cool.
You know, Taylor Robertson, you know, that was part of my game preview when you guys went up there. But, you know, what kind of interactions did you have leading up to that game last year before state?
Nothing really. We didn't really talk. I mean, when we, like, before the game, we shook hands and said good luck, like, good luck Tristan, good luck Taylor. Like, we would say their names and everything, acknowledge we know each other, but nothing like, no trash talking or anything. But no, nothing really.
You guys were opponents leading up to that game.
Yeah.
You know, obviously it was tough. You know, state, you say it was the happiest you've been. You still went 1-2 there.
Yeah.
I'm sure you have aspirations to make this year's or next year's trip to state really the happiest time you've ever been, because maybe you may walk out of there as champs or second place or win that third place game.
Yeah.
Do you feel like, A, this team is capable of it, and B, how do you go about trying to accomplish that?
Oh, I definitely think we're capable of it. When we play together, we are good, and I love playing with all the girls on the team. And when we go up there, we got to beat whoever we're going to play in sub-state first. But when we go up there, there's a lot of really good teams this year up there, and like Miege, Piper, McPherson, all of them are coming back again. A lot of returning players. I'm friends with like everybody from Miege. So I mean, it'll be fun seeing everybody up there. And I feel like if we play together and if we work hard, I guarantee you we can go pretty far in state this year.
Mm-hmm. You know, one thing about the state basketball tournament I notice is a lot of college coaches come there, and from both sides too. You know, the only time I get to see a lot of my old friends on the K-State staff up there in Manhattan is when I go there and see them in the summer, and I'll usually go to 1 or 2 games a year, and I see them at the state tournament a lot.
Cool.
So that's why I try and go and cover it.
Yeah.
So I like it when my teams make it. But, you know, you're in your junior year now, and a lot of people, the conventional wisdom will say that your junior year is the most important year when it comes to recruiting.
Mm-hmm.
From our conversations, it seems like you haven't given too much thought about where you want to go, what your top choices or anything like that. But what type of route do you envision yourself taking at the college level?
Well,
you said you wouldn't go JUCO, right?
Yeah, I probably won't go JUCO. Not that I'm too good for it or anything. I just don't see myself playing in JUCO. But probably a high D2 school, like a pretty good D2 school, or D1. I'd be really happy going D1 too.
How do you? Is your philosophy going to be go to the highest major school that offers, or is it going to be, or what kind of fit do you see yourself?
Well, I'll have to go on a visit for sure before I decide anything on any college. And I feel like when I know the right one, I'll feel it. And I haven't gotten any visits yet or anything. So I mean, except Pitt, but I love it there. So I mean, I don't know if I'd love a lot of other colleges. I haven't really been experienced to yet.
Do you feel any pressure? You know, we've talked about pressure from the community a couple times already, but do you feel pressure to make a big college choice that is going to resonate well with the community because of the type of legacy you are starting to leave here?
A lot, actually. Like, it's been weight on my shoulders. Like, when I tell people, yeah, Pitt's pretty high up on my offer, they're like, you're going to go to Pitt? Like, why are you not going D1? I'm like, do you understand how good Pitt State is? Like, they look down. Like, I feel like a lot of people are going to talk, because they always tell me, little D1 prospect right here. Like, thank you, but, like, if I want to go D2, I'm going to go D2. Like, I mean, I don't know what I want to do yet, but I don't know. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people will look down on me if I choose a D2 school.
I mean, you know, a lot of times playing time. I mean, there's a
That's what I mean, yeah.
There are a million different factors go into a college
100%.
choice. You know, obviously, you know, the easy thing to say is if you go D2, you'll probably get more playing time than if you went somewhere in the Big 12.
Exactly.
Not saying you know, I think you're certainly capable of going to play in the Big 12, but you know, I think, you know, it's easier for me to say that. I think you could go play in the MIAA for sure. How much of that weighs in on you that you want to be able to actually play and see the floor? I
mean, I don't want to be a walk-on freshman. I want to play. I love the game. It would kill me, I feel like, if I had to sit a whole 2 years without playing the game I love. So, I mean, I want to go somewhere where I can be successful, where I love the coach, and that's pretty much the whole reason.
I think the last girl to go to the NCAA was last year, your old point guard, Erica Gartner. She's at Bemidji.
She's doing great, Bemidji.
She's doing Bemidji. You know, up in Minnesota. Never heard of that school until she committed there. And I sat there and wondered, I understand D2, but why is she going there? But that's just where she was.
Loved it.
Yeah.
She said whenever she played in Chicago in September, her senior year, that was her last tournament she could ever play in with her traveling team before recruitment. And she said that was the first time the coaches from there have ever talked to her, and she fell in love with the coaches.
Yeah.
So then she took a visit, and she fell in love with the school. So I mean, she said she felt it. So.
And she's playing up there a lot too.
Exactly.
Do you look at what she's doing, going to a D2 school, not necessarily, but being happy and seeing the playing time she's getting, seeing the impact she's made? Is that the type of model you're wanting to follow?
I mean, we're two different positions, and I'm only 5'7", and I am not a point guard. I can handle the ball if I need to, but I am a shooting guard. And I feel like if I go somewhere decently big, they'll put me at a point guard because I'm short.
Yeah.
So I don't want that. So I mean, I don't know.
You're having to run the point a little bit this year.
And I'm a lot more comfortable with it this year than I was last year because of summer ball. Because I'm playing against D1 people all the time. Like, we played somebody in Georgia and I was playing against a South Carolina person, someone that's going to Georgia Tech. Like, I had to guard them, and they guarded me, and I couldn't let them strip the ball from me, so I had to learn how to handle it. But, yeah, I mean, we play two different positions, so it's kind of hard to tell what I want to do.
How much have you talked to her this year?
Quite a bit, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I've texted her and Snapchatted her and stuff. So I mean,
has she given you any specific advice when it comes to a college choice?
She told me, I'll know. That's what she's short and sweet. She'll be like, T, you'll know. Pretty much is what she said.
That's probably honestly the best advice.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wherever you feel the happiest.
Yeah.
It'll just kind of dawn on you.
Exactly.
Sure. Now, you told me what you wanted to study, or that you knew what you wanted to study. What do you want to?
Well, I want to go into, like, education and coaching, because, like, my dream is to be a college coach, because I just love it. Like, I mean, whenever little kids, like, I was helping somebody run practice this year for Little League before season started, and, like, I loved it. I mean, I just want to be, I don't think I want to be a high school coach, but I could start from there and then go to college or something. But I want to start and major in education and stuff.
Yeah. One of the best routes to get into coaching is to be a GA.
GA, yeah.
And, when you go make a college choice, is that going to play a role? Are you going to tell these coaches, I want to be a GA for you?
Yes.
Can you try and make that happen?
Yeah, the coach is also with the coach, it's about who they know. Like, best colleges, they know, like, how well they're going to, or how you're going to be successful after college, how much they can help you, too.
And I'm sure, I mean, just to be point blank, I'm sure with that, if that was the only determining factor, what type of connection, higher major, the better then.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you're going to, I mean, it's going to be tough to balance all that. You want to play, but you want to go to a school that has big-time connections, and you want to do, I mean, you have a lot of aspirations. I'm sure you're going to have to compromise a little bit on all of it to find the perfect school.
Exactly, yeah. Well, like when you're D1, it's kind of your job because you're, like, constantly, like, they give you private tutors and stuff, is what I've heard. But, I mean, I don't know. I know.
When I worked at K-State, they didn't have private tutors per se, but the coaches and the athletic department hired tutors from the university to just for study hall time. We called it study table, just to ensure that the athletes, got some tutoring. And everything.
Sure.
Just to make sure they got the time that they were doing their homework and everything like that. Just because it just helps manage your time. Not that they're lazy and won't do it. No, yeah. It's just
busy.
Yeah, so it just was a way to ensure that the time was set aside. Yeah. But you're right. It is a full-time job.
Yeah.
It's more than a full-time job. And, I think I talk to a lot of people that come, that go play college athletics. A lot of them JUCO in this area. They go somewhere JUCO, whether it's, Fort Scott volleyball or Labette basketball, something like that.
Yeah.
And a lot of them will quit after 1 year because they say, oh, it wasn't fun anymore. Well, and they'll say, well, the workload overwhelmed me. It was all overwhelming. And I had a coming to Jesus moment a couple weeks ago. It's not necessarily how fun it is when you get to that college level.
Yeah.
It's how fulfilling it is.
Exactly.
How much does basketball fulfill your life?
It makes me feel like I am known for something. Like, everybody likes to be known for something, and everybody likes to be praised. And, like, it makes me feel really good when people tell me, like Mr. Ashton's wife, she always tells me, I am more than basketball. I represent God and like things I do, and like that, like I said, means a lot to me. But like basketball is a part of me and always has been. So I mean, it means a lot.
So yeah, I mean, obviously basketball is very fulfilling. And why is it fulfilling to you? Why a sport? What most people will say, oh, I want to be a teacher, that's fulfilling. I want to be a paramedic, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a lawyer, that's fulfilling. Why basketball for you?
Because I want to be a basketball coach. I mean, it'll help me learn the game. Like, I feel like other than just playing the game, I know the game really well. And like, randomly, like when I'm home, sometimes I'll like do random plays just to see if they'll work. Like, me too. Like, it's so weird, but I mean, it's fun. I mean, I've loved it ever since I was little. So, I mean, I want to keep loving it.
I draw plays up in 2K and let my team run with my team.
That's awesome.
Oh, it's fun to do.
Yeah.
I run a lot of the K-State sets on it, too. But,
Dang.
You ever come up with one that was actually run by Snyder?
I haven't.
You ever pitched one to her?
No. I haven't done that yet.
Oh, come on. What do you normally draw? Do you run draw up half-court sets, baseline, sideline, out of bounds?
Mostly the out of bounds is probably
sideline
what I do.
Sideline out of bounds is my...
It's fun. I mean, or I think about it in my head, like when we're at practice or something, when Snyder tells us to do something, I'll accidentally do what was in my mind instead of what she wanted me to do. I mean, it worked out, but it's not what she wanted, so I was like, okay, crap, wrong thing.
How much of a green light has she given you to just
a
go out
lot.
there and create?
Whenever we run specific plays for people, a lot for me, but like since I've learned, like she put in your article of last night, she said she does more than just stand behind the three now. So I think that really gives me more confidence in creating stuff, and like I feel like that when people close in, I do kick it out. I don't like hog the ball or anything, because why would I do that if they're open?
If anything, your job is to work without the ball to get yourself in the best position to score, I feel like. One thing I noticed a lot that you do more this year, maybe I just didn't notice it last year, is you'll cut baseline and then pivot right back door to try and shake that box in one. I think the photo that ran in the paper was you doing that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I mean, that you were, 10 feet from the rim, and she was still at the three-point line.
Yeah.
Was that just one of the adjustments you've made to try and create more space?
Yes, because, like, people don't see boxing one makes you tired, like, extremely tired. So, and when they're holding your jersey the whole time, pulling your pants down or whatever, it's hard to shake them. So sometimes you got to shove them a little bit, and then you got to jab in and get them out of your way. That's about what I do.
Is that the dirtiest? Is that generally... How many teams out of 20 you'll play in the regular season will have a girl who will constantly pull your shirt over your
About
shorts?
every single one of them.
Every single one of them.
Yes.
That's just normal, too.
Yes, 100%.
What's the dirtiest thing any defender has done to you?
Coffeyville, Tuesday.
What did they do?
Elbow me in the ribs, pull my jersey, pull my pants down, and trip me. Pretty much. Call me names, so it's okay.
Gosh. And they... Where did they earn that right?
I mean, no, it's okay. I just ignore it.
So why were you able to... I'm sure it was easier to ignore Coffeyville than it was Pitt, because you were in Coffeyville pouring it on, I'm sure, as a team.
Yeah.
How do you do... People are literally out to get you.
Yeah.
How do you deal with that?
I make my free throws. That's about it.
Make them pay, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. Snyder always told us, she's like, if they're going to foul the crap out of you, make them pay. Like, why would you do all that work, get hurt almost, get the chance of getting hurt, and not finish?
How do you deal with it emotionally? I mean, do you ever just go home and just be frustrated that, God, why do I have to sit here and take every dirty, cheap shot? Why do I have to face the box and ones all the time?
Not really. I take it as more of a compliment. Like, that's what even Snyder tells me to do. Take it as a compliment, not get angry about it. Like, we work at it in practice. Like, Peyton Smith on our team has to box and one me all the time. She hates it, of course. And she's rough. So, like, it helps me get used to it a lot. So, I mean, it's not a huge deal. Are you and Peyton good
friends? Or?
We're friends, yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. We don't hate each other or anything. No, we're pretty good friends.
How do you balance that out in practice? I'm sure, if there was literally a girl in practice or a person in practice whose only job was to annoy me, I feel like I might start to resent them a little bit.
No, it's like Caitlin before Kiana got hurt. Like, Caitlin played JV and varsity too, but like that was her job, box and one me, like literally the whole practice, and then sub in like to play with us. And we're like best friends, so it didn't bother me that much. But it was just like a little gnat following me everywhere. Like Wilson would tell her to hold my jersey just to. I mean, all practice, so I get used to it, kind of.
Have you ever actually sustained an injury from someone doing something like that?
I mean, my knees are really bruised up, but that's like they're permanently bruised because people trip me all the time. But I mean, that's my elbows. This one's bruised.
Those are badges of courage right there.
Yeah, pretty much. Or like I have asthma, so like sometimes I get hit right here where it knocks the air out of you. That's the worst, and then I have to be taken out because I can't breathe to get my inhaler. So I mean, I get used to it.
Just put on display like you're out there for our enjoyment no matter what.
Pretty much.
You know, one thing I forgot to do when we were talking college is all the letters you receive. I know you've got a box under there that I was wondering if you could show me.
Yeah, sure.
Well, you've shown me this before, but I'm not. How many people have actually seen this box of recruiting letters?
Probably my family, my friends that come over to my house, my boyfriend. That's probably about it.
Never tweeted a photo of it or anything.
No, I don't do that. No.
Any, you know, we talked about some of the ones that stuck out. You picked 3 that you actually wanted to read a little bit.
Yeah, this one was from Nebraska, actually. Their coach sent it to me right after the state tournament because Grace Mitchell from Wellington is going to Nebraska. And
she's there now, right?
Yeah, and I guarded her the whole entire game. Yeah. So, I mean.
And you both had good games that night, from what I remember.
I mean, she's 6'3", of course, and I am 5'7",
she could shoot the 3 pretty well, too.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, that was a development her senior year that she kind of developed.
I don't know why, but when she posted me up inside, they'd throw it to her, she wouldn't go up with it. I don't know why.
It's like that person at the rec who's tall but doesn't know how to post up. Like, you're 6'7", go post up.
Go dunk it or something. But this one was actually a handwritten letter from Nebraska coach. She said, I had the opportunity to watch you play at the state tournament in Salina last week. Loved your game, passion, drive, and hard work, etc. Would love to get to know you better and for you to learn about the University of Nebraska and all we have to offer. I have included a questionnaire for you to fill out back along with a card. Feel free to contact me at any time. Hope to hear from you soon. And then she gave me her number, signed it with Coach Ashley.
Is that your favorite letter you've gotten? Not necessarily because of the school.
I mean,
it's
shiny. It's shiny, so it's pretty
cool.
Stock there. But yeah, so far that's the one that most meant to me because it
was really a personal letter that she wrote to you personally.
All of these 50 letters or whatever, they get sent out around the country. They just change the name at the top. So I mean, handwritten letters like this
she
really.
Spelled your name right too, huh?
Yes, I hate when people spell my name wrong on recruiting letters. Like
you told me you just throw those in the trash, don't you?
Spell my name right.
They don't know your name. Why should you go to their school?
Exactly, pretty much. And then this one's from North Carolina. But this one, I've gotten 2 from them. One invited me to their camp, and this one actually told me it's like happy holidays to you and your family, and it tells me that I have a card to fill out, questionnaire, and it says how much they can't, this was last year when I was a sophomore, so they couldn't contact me first until I was a junior, so they told me to call them and all this. They told me how much they saw me play during the summer and everything, so that was pretty cool, getting that from them. And then this one's from Pennsylvania University. My whole dad's side of the family lives up in Pennsylvania, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, I sent them this exact letter when I got it. And then this one says, I hope you enjoyed the remainder of your summer. It has been a pleasure watching you grow as a basketball player over the last few years. I want to take the time to express our interest in you as a potential student athlete at the University of Pennsylvania. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, does all the interest ever overwhelm you?
All the letters? Is that what you said?
How many would you get in a week, you say?
Well, during the summer, probably about 5. Probably 4 or 5. But I have a lot of duplicates of different schools and stuff. But yeah, probably about 4 to 5.
Do you fill out the questionnaires when asked? I mean, have you filled out a questionnaire for all those schools?
Actually, I was just looking through them before we came here, and I forgot to send 4 of them in. One from
sitting in there, aren't they?
Yeah, one from Iowa, one from Indiana. I forgot to send them in, so oops.
You are just a forgetful high school.
Exactly. I probably had some homework or something that night. I don't even know.
The Nebraska one I like a lot.
Me too.
It was, I remember that game against Wellington. I remember Grace Mitchell thinking she was a good basketball player. Oh, that's the type of girl that can play in Nebraska. And it seemed like she took an interest in you watching you guard her
Which
own
was pretty
recruit.
cool, yeah. I mean, I remember Grace had 22 points. I think I had 30. So I think that stood out.
Did you fill out the Nebraska questionnaire?
I did.
Did you ever contact her?
I called her once, I'm pretty sure. I have her number in my phone. Yes.
What was that phone call like?
She told me how good I was for my height. Like, she told me that part. Like, she's like, you play really well for a 5'7" guard, is what she said.
That's almost
so,
like is that annoying in a way?
Not
like,
really.
You just wish you could play well.
I mean, yeah, my mom's 5 foot, my dad's 5'8", so I'm lucky to be this tall. So, I mean, I can't complain.
5'7's a gift.
Yeah.
Is Nebraska on your list, would you say?
I kind of do want to go visit there, but I mean, I haven't really thought a lot about going here, like, completely. I'll probably have to, though.
There was a girl who played at K-State who transferred from Nebraska.
Oh, okay.
She got hurt a lot. I don't think she played a lot, but she was. I mean, I've heard nothing but good things about that university.
Cool.
I know you've told me before you haven't given it a lot of thought. Have you narrowed it down to at least maybe 10 schools you'd think about, or I mean, is it seriously just?
Pitt is probably my number 1 right now.
Really?
Yeah, and then KU's probably number 2. I would love to play in Allen Fieldhouse, and I know the coach, and I just love the atmosphere in Allen Fieldhouse, and great program for what I want to go into. So I mean, K-State's probably up there because they're really good.
They are doing pretty well this year.
Yeah.
Did you happen to go see them when they played UConn?
I did not actually. I saw UConn play last year when Brianna Stewart was playing with them against Tulsa, though.
Oh, that's right.
It's pretty cool.
I bet. Did you watch UConn play, or do you even watch Tulsa or any D1 play?
Yeah.
Do you watch that and think I can play at that level?
UConn, they're all like 6'7", so no to UConn. But yeah, like I watched like KU play in person, or I watched Pitt play in person, and like some of the Pitt State girls that are playing there now, when I was an 8th grader, I got invited, Lane Lord invited me to the elite camp, and I played on 5-on-5 teams with starters that are playing at Pitt State as an 8th grader. So I mean, yeah, I feel like I could play up there. I just got to tell myself I can. So I mean,
do you how much do you feel like your family will play a role in a decision? I mean, will you go where your mom or your dad wants you to go, or or how much of that are they leaving up to you?
They're leaving it all up to me. Like, they're behind me 100% what I want to do. And like, I don't know. I don't think I want to go far away for college. Maybe after college, yeah, move away. But I don't know. No, I probably want to stick kind of around here for college.
So, 4 states area or Kansas, essentially.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I mean, is that because you want to be able to come home as often as possible, or you want your family to be there as much as possible?
Yeah, probably that's the biggest one, because they played a huge role in all of this. Like, summer ball is expensive. So, I mean, I could not do it without my parents. Like, not even close.
So you want them to be able to come to your games,
Yes.
too. You ever, I mean, kids do this all the time, but it's almost a thing that can become a reality for you. How much does it sink in that it can be a reality that you can wear a KU or a Pitt State or a K-State jersey and walk into Allen Fieldhouse or Brown Ridge Coliseum, and that's your home court where you play?
I think that would be insane.
It's not that far from being your reality.
I know, that's the scary part, anxious part, because it's not scary, because, like, high school is such a small little world. Like, drama in high school is, like, so dumb. Like, I'm not a part of that or anything.
You move on from high school almost 3 weeks into college.
Exactly.
You think to yourself, wow, this was stupid.
Yeah. My big issue is, well, not issue, I mean, secret, I don't do my own laundry, so like I'll have to learn how to do that. That
was look back at your mom.
Yeah.
You want her to come onto campus and still do it?
That's what I told her. She's like, I'm moving wherever you go to college with you, and I said, okay, but you can just do my laundry. That's it.
There you go.
But
I remember that was the best thing about being a manager at K-State was, I mean, I knew how to do my own laundry, but I didn't have to pay for it at the dorm.
I mean, I know how to. I just don't do it.
There you go. Just like, I didn't do it in high school. I knew how to, and I mean, if I had to wash a shirt.
Exactly, yeah,
pretty
much.
Oh, my dad and my mom still did it.
Pretty much.
They would take it out of the hamper, wash
I'd have to fold it.
They would even fold it and just say put it away, and I'd still have trouble with that at times.
Man. Yeah.
And that's part of college too, is adjusting from being away from home, and everybody.
Yes.
You're putting so much pressure on them to make the right choice for basketball and for academics, but how do you anticipate dealing with the same pressure that every other student in college does, and being on your own for the first time?
Well, I grew up the only child, so I mean, I'm very independent. So like, I feel like that won't be a huge issue. Learning to cook for myself is going to be the issue.
I
but
still
I
have
mean,
it, and I'm 24.
Yeah,
and out
but
of college now.
Hopefully, I have really good teammates though, and I'm pretty easy to get along with. So hopefully, it'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
any dream? You said you want to move away, or you're more comfortable going further away when you start coaching, or do you have a specific area you want to go to?
not really. I mean, I want to go somewhere warm. I hate the cold. Absolutely hate the cold. So I mean, somewhere warm would be really cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's about what I want to do.
There you go. How much do you envision you'll miss this place?
A lot. I feel like, I don't know why, but I feel like I'll be visiting here a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Or like when I get older, maybe even start a family. I don't even know. Heck, I might even move back here. I don't really want to, but I mean, I never know what's going to happen. So
yeah, you know, this year probably you're going to set the record for the most points scored by an individual, boys or girls. The girls and boys record are apparently only like 4 points apart anyway.
Yeah, they're pretty close.
Yeah, but you are 146 points away from breaking Ryan O'Daffer's record.
Mm-hmm.
And you're likely going to do it by the end of your junior year, barring any unforeseen setbacks. What do you think that legacy will mean to you?
I mean, I wouldn't really call it a legacy. Like, it's like an honor that I get that. But, like, can I score those many points without people passing me the ball, without people setting up for me, or without my team, of course? But, I mean, winning means more than scoring, like, 46 points. Like, seriously, like, I'm 100%. Like, I want to win more than I want to score so many points.
You'd rather be on that wall over there than that wall, those
Yeah,
things
because
over there.
that, in the long run, means a lot. So, I mean.
How much do you think about what just a second place or a third place or a first place finish at state would mean?
I think about that a lot because we work really hard. We're from Altamont, Kansas, that holds 1,100 people. Like, nobody expects, like, we're kind of like the underdogs at state, at Big 4A state. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, and I'd rather be looked at as an underdog than someone who's the best because, like, people don't expect you to win. So when you do, like, it's 100 times more exciting. So,
People don't expect the 5'7" girl to score 43 points probably that much either. But
yeah.
I mean, is that just part of your whole mentality?
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know. I just play. That's about what I do.
Mm-hmm. It's a box not a lot of people get to hold.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people get to experience what that means.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Or drop things.
I told you I'm clumsy.
You know, you probably one of the last few things is you play some other sports too.
Yeah.
How do you balance all that out? I mean, I watched you play volleyball this year, and I thought, wow, since when does she have ups? Well, you got up there and hit some balls down.
Yeah.
I mean, you're one of the better hitters on your softball team. I mean, how do you give? You're one of the more athletic players.
Okay.
How do you plan on giving those up?
Well, volleyball is going to be the hardest. Like, I always said if I was like 6'2", I'd probably choose volleyball to play in college over basketball, but I don't know if I believe that now or not.
I feel like that'd be really shocking, and I'm not even sure you or I fully believe it. I think
That's
get what
I mean.
You're saying.
I think I find volleyball really, really fun because I'm not pressured in it. Mm-hmm. Like, people don't expect me to hit the game-winning kill or like they do like for points or something.
The game-winning buzzer beater.
Yeah, or something like that, which I love the pressure in that because, like, I feel like I do decently at maintaining the pressure. But, like, volleyball, Mom told me she notices my reaction when I lose in a volleyball game versus a basketball game. Literally, I won't talk to anybody after a loss in the basketball game, but I'll be like, yeah, it's okay after a volleyball game.
What do you do after a loss in basketball?
Well, I get over it, pretty much. I mean, practice.
What do you actually do? I mean, would you just go home and sit in your room?
Well, depends who we play, kind of, and how big of a game it was. But I hate losing. Like, I'm not a sore loser, I guess, but I absolutely hate losing because I'm so competitive. So, I mean, Like, I give credit where credit's due. Like, if the person deserves to be told good game, I'm going to go tell them good game, no matter if I don't like them or if I'm even really good friends with them and they played better than me. Like, I will congratulate them. Like, they deserve that. So, I mean, I'm upset for about 30 minutes, and then I watch the boys' game, and then it helps me, like, get over it, kind of. But the next day at practice is whenever we really feel it when we have to run, so I mean...
Oh, I bet, yeah. I thought one of the more interesting quotes I got last year, and it was so honest, and it was so heartbreaking at the same time to hear her say it, because this was someone I cared about, was Erica, after she lost to Wellington, she says, I'm going to go home, sit in my room, turn the lights off, cry, and watch film.
Yeah.
And it's going to suck, but I have to watch. That's what I do after games.
Yeah.
Do you envision basketball ever not holding that same type of meaning to you?
Wait, what do you mean?
You know, basketball held a lot of meaning for Erica, and it holds a lot of meaning for you. How do you ever envision ever giving it up? I mean...
Yeah, probably when I'm older. I mean, I want to coach, so hopefully I won't. But people change their major all the time in college, so I mean, I don't know, but I plan on being a coach. So.
Ever retire and then come coach this team, maybe?
Actually, that'd be pretty cool. But I mean, I don't know why, but be like a bomber, kind of what she did, came back. So.
There you go.
But.
Anything else on your mind tonight?
It's late.
It is late. It is late on a Saturday night. A lot of kids go to parties. You're here just talking and then thinking about basketball, though.
Yeah, I don't
You probably
party.
enjoyed that more than like you said, you've never been to a party, though.
No, I've never been to a party, not even one. I get invited almost all the time, but I just never go. I don't see a point.
All right. Hey, thanks for talking.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate it.
Yep.